was looking in the weekend magazine inserts and I noticed that the Australian Forestry was doing these double-page spreads about wood and how a chair is giving a helping hand in climate change. Double-page spread in the weekend magazine insert is not a cheap exercise, and then they followed it through with another one here. It's not just a bowl, it's a helping hand in climate change. And I read the text that it had there and I thought, well, that's interesting. I didn't think much about it beyond that. Then I was looking in the local papers and I saw they had a special column in the Rouse Hill Times about 1 degree of change, it's about every one of us, and that's being more green, when being more green was very important. And then I saw it in another magazine, they had a little green, another newspaper, they had a green smart column, and I thought, well, how can I tie wood, rocking horses, into the green angle? So then we came up with how green was my rocking horse. Rocking horses are good for the environment. Now, if you're talking about a hook, how green was my rocking horse, people say, what are you talking about? And that's your hook. Then they needed to read more. So I'll pass this around in a minute so you can see, but basically, in terms of life expectancy, a well cared for and loved rocking horse can be up to 150 years. The rocking horses are good for the environment because they're made of wood. So on the same basis they were talking about that and the value of wood in the community as terms of a green solution. That gave me a tie-in, and then we got stories in 3 different papers just on that little angle, okay? So how green was my rocking horse, all right? So, but basically also what Chris does is he uses his sawdust and puts it into the chook area, and then it gets fertilised, and then he moves that into the wormery, and it's processed through that system there. So that really appealed. And then of course if it's a slow news day and it's Christmas time and they've got nothing else, they're going to run it, aren't they? So it's about using what you have, and it mightn't immediately come to you, but you read something else, and then suddenly it all crystallises. Now, if you put a dollar value on that space, I don't know, what in columnar centimetres, who knows? But the point is, it didn't cost me anything except my time and energy to write the press release and send it in with the photo. And I composed the photo that I wanted. I wanted the wormery, I wanted Chris, I wanted the hat, I wanted the celery in the mouth. I wanted it to look all terribly rustic. Okay, next one. All right, let's talk about now the story angles. Now,